What's up everyone, Marco here. I'm going to take you through some of the keys to hip mobility, including the concepts that we use in our new hip mobility program. Number one, we're talking about optimizing your breathing. So breathing is going to be absolutely huge. Even just simple stuff like learning how to fully exhale, learning how to inhale, and learning how to breathe efficiently and even more so relaxed. People are constantly holding tension around their body, especially in the pelvic floor, which can have a huge impact on your hip mobility. So the first thing that we're talking about in terms of key concepts to improve your hip mobility is optimizing your breathing. The second thing that we're talking about in terms of improving your hip mobility is your pelvic positioning. So just think about this as simply your starting point. We know most people have heard about anterior pelvic tilt or neutral spine. We want your starting point to give you the options to go anywhere you want, meaning you can go forward, you can go backwards, side to side, we can rotate. When we improve our start position, it unlocks movement options in all directions. So your pelvic positioning is going to be absolutely crucial to how well your hip moves since they're so intertwined. That leads me to number three, which is hip rotation. As you might have seen in some of our previous videos, the pelvic positioning has a huge effect on hip rotation. The closer these points together, the less space I have to internally rotate. Once I can change the shape of the pelvis or improve that starting position, I'm going to open up hip rotation and I'm going to be able to train it in a new and more efficient way. Because the hip is a ball and socket joint, there's no getting away from it. Even when you're flexing or extending or abducting, it doesn't matter what direction you're moving that femur, that hip bone, it's gonna be rotating in the capsule. So we need rotation, we have to train it. We both need it passively to open up movement potential, and we need it actively to control that movement and create strength in those ranges of motion. Number four is gonna be consistent inputs. This doesn't mean that you need to be doing hip mobility work an hour a day, but it does mean that over a course of months, we've put consistent inputs along the way. Everybody's done a 30-second stretch, woke up the next morning and felt just as tight, if not tighter. The truth is, if you want to change at the joint level, the tissue level, and at the neurological level, you're going to need a little bit more effort and you're going to need a little bit more of consistency, like I said, especially over time. So that's number four in terms of the factors that's going to improve your hip mobility. Consistent inputs for rotation, for strength, for balance, they all matter and we need them. If you want to learn more about improving your hip mobility, click the link below to sign up for our 7-day hip mobility challenge. 7 exercises, 7 days, for free, sent to your inbox. Click the link and let's get started.